Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to Whiskerwood and our humble little colony of New Pawsville. If you've been enjoying watching Whiskerwood on the channel so far and would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving those likes and comments down below. For the time being, I've decided that I do, in fact, yes, want to push this colony further on the channel because I'm very curious to see just how long we can actually last as the oppressive paw of our feline overlords grows heavier and heavier on our backs. Again, this is a very early build of the game, which means some of the more advanced capabilities aren't actually available to us, and so I am exceedingly curious to see just how far we can push ourselves and just how much we can do, as yes, these demands will escalate and our ability to keep up with them might be quite limited. So very interested in seeing how that challenge, I suppose, plays out. For the time being, yes, I'm going to record this episode and perhaps a couple more at least, but if you would like to see it continue even further, again, folks, those likes and comments go a very, very long way in letting me know. I should let you know, though, that right now, at the time of this video releasing, I'm out of the country, so this episode and the next couple episodes won't be influenced by your comments, but I will read them after I return to influence what happens next, of course. Hopefully I can get a few episodes recorded and in place before I actually head out, so you'll have more than just these two to watch. With that said, I think it's time to unpause and see how things proceed. Again, we're on day 6 right now. Things have been going fairly well so far. The tax collector arrives tomorrow, and we have more than enough resources to pay off our debts using, I believe, almost entirely copper ore. So why don't we go ahead and prioritize the mining of some more copper ore right now and see if that can't, cover us, I suppose, entirely. Last session, I was very close to putting down a cafe over here, but I think I'm going to actually change my plans a little bit. I had some time to think about it between, the ending of the previous session and sitting down to record this one. So I will make some adjustments, but again, we can't actually build that structure until we finish the sawmill over here and actually get some planks out. Because again, if we find the building here, the cafe requires 21 planks and we only have 13, so it'll be some time before we can do that. And before we even get to that, we have the pirates. Now, you'll recall that we've been told by our overlords that we do not negotiate with pirates, and if we refuse their demands, we'll be rewarded with 3 machinery. So why don't we take a look at what they're actually asking for here. It'll be a shame if we can't come to an agreement. So they're demanding supplies worth 89 gold, I suppose. I try not to say gold because gold is in fact a resource of its own. It's an ore. It's available as a bullion as well. So 89 currency. I don't know value, I suppose. You'll see that they actually want higher tier goods, whereas the claws are specifically asking us for things like copper ore, logs, berries, and other such things. The pirates are looking for smoked fish, gold, of course, mushroom stew, machinery itself. So these guys, they want to extract some of the more valuable processed goods from us. And if we don't comply, well, they'll attack us. This escalates in various ways, but for the time being, it's a matter of accepting or declining their demands. And I'm going to go ahead and refuse cooperation so that we can actually take advantage of the quest that's ongoing right now. So yes, the pirates will retaliate, but we'll take it. Oh, geez. It's like a direct hit on it. Oh, no. So many of them. These poor guys. Let's go ahead and mark these for rebuilding right away. Oh, my goodness. Quite a few of these homes were actually destroyed, eh? Well, that's okay. That's okay. We'll get them fixed. We'll get them sorted. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of them. We need to get these done ASAP. Otherwise, again, we'll have 6 people without homes tonight, and that's not great. Let's go ahead and accept some supplies. I mean, I could just take on those planks, but then we'll not have enough resources to pay off our debts, right? It'll be a significant escalation, and we're about to get the sawmill up and running ourselves anyway. So why don't we just go ahead and take on some machinery? That'll be extremely helpful anyway. Go ahead and unload that shipment, and let's take a look at, well, first, this. The line must go up. Dear Acting Tail, you've been entrusted by your fellow Whiskers to lead their colony. This is the highest honor any Whisker can attain. The teeming masses of mainland Whiskers are pleading to live in colonies such as yours. They wish only to serve the crown on a wild island such as yours. Do not disappoint them. Grow your colony to 21 Whiskers so you can start paying some real taxes. So if we hit a population of 21, they'll actually give us some leniency, a tax credit of 233. Very well, let's accept that quest. And we've got not too far to go, just 5 more whiskers is all we need, so very well. Let's go ahead and ensure that our whiskers have been reassigned. And it's probably better that we had to and reassign workers here, because I'm pretty sure we've acquired more whiskers from the Miners Guild over the last, hour of playing or so. Nonetheless, let's turn our attention back to the sawmill. And here, again, we'll reveal some of the additional complexities that come with Whiskerwood. The sawmill can take 3 workers. It'll take 1 log and turn it into 5 planks. Depending on the worker that is working at the sawmill, the efficiency, the productivity, will be significantly improved or kept nominal, or maybe even reduced, depending on who's working there. So when they get here, we'll see these numbers change, we'll see their productivity level, and we'll see just how long it takes to make this conversion happen. And if we have more and more people working there, if they're more suitable for the task, if they're more capable, so on and so forth, we'll see this number reduce rather significantly. So that's great. But then you see down over here, we've got the machinery. I mentioned in the previous episode that machinery is quite important, especially for more advanced factories and industrialization, and that begins right with the sawmill over here, which is a relatively early game building. But as you can see, machinery wears down over time and must be replaced by workers. So if you want to keep these things going, if you want to keep these operations while operational, you need to make sure you have plenty of machinery, and at first at least, you're beholden to the claws to get this equipment, this resource. That aside, there's also the opportunity to bring catalysts. They're consumed slowly over time, increasing the output of recipes when present. So for example, the sawmill, if you provide it with ropes, it'll be able to actually get a significantly improved output rate. And this applies to all the structures that, all the more advanced structures, I should say, that you see here. I believe, if memory serves me correctly, the fishing dock gets benefits if you provide it with netting. And there's all kinds of resources that you can use to get these kinds of benefits. Let me see if I've unlocked... No. We'll get another warehouse built shortly, and then I'll be able to show you just how extensive the list of goods actually is. But I just wanted to highlight, how this actually looks and the kinds of considerations there are, because I mentioned some of these bits and pieces last session, but didn't have anything to show for it, and now I do. So let's let time continue moving forward. And you can see, of course, you can establish source and destination warehouses. In fact, I was planning on building some storage sheds over here. And I wonder if that time has not come. Let's pop you down over there. And we can just stack these high as well. There's some coal over here. We'll go underneath and dig it out afterwards, I think. But let's get this thing set up for the time being. And yeah, let's get planks happening. This is not a higher priority construction compared to some of the housing, but it looks like the housing's been taken care of, so that's good. Food, we're in a bit of trouble with food, actually. How are we so low? Do we need another forage? But I think we might, actually. Because you're just getting up there now. You're gathering flax again. Why are you... I could have sworn I unchecked that, but that's... a waste of time. You foolish little mice. Okay, that's not great. So some of our whiskers will go hungry tonight, and they're not going to love that. I think we'll go ahead and establish our fishing dock, because we're not going to be able to finish it tonight, but hopefully we'll get it done the next day and the following day, and then we'll have another source of food, a more reliable source of food, and trying to figure out where I want to place it. If the cafeteria or the cafe is in fact going to be back there, well, first of all, I'm letting myself get inefficient here. How tall is the cafe? Where'd you go, buddy? Services, cafe. Yeah, it is too tall. As in two cells tall. I was like, hexes? Hex isn't the word I'm looking for. 2 cells tall. So if I dig in here, then I can actually bury the cafe in the mountain, which I think would be kind of cool. But it really depends on how quickly we can dig and make that progress. Yeah, really worried about the food situation. That's not great. It's gonna be a lot of hungry whiskers tonight, and that is really, really suboptimal. But we'll be okay. We'll survive. One berry there. There is the option, of course, of building another forager and getting 2 people assigned to help with foraging. Might not be a terrible idea. We'll see, because the fishing dock is able to produce fish rather quickly. 89 seconds, 1 machinery, we have 4. We don't have enough logs, so that'll take a bit of time before we can do that. I could, of course, get rid of some of the makeshift paths to acquire some logs back. In fact, can I get some? I can. Here, if I go ahead and, for example, place planks down over here, you'll see our log count increases because we've replaced the makeshift paths. And how far are we? 21, so just 1 more. Sure. Cool, then we can actually get this set up somewhere. I figure we could move Buddy over, whoops, to here. Make a bit more room down here. I think that makes more sense, because then I should be able to place the bathing dock here and like the fishing right next to it. I don't know if I like that. I might want to separate them a bit more just thematically. But the fishing dock can be put down right over here, which is so much better for moving it over to the cafe if it's going to be somewhere up there, right? I know I said this setup was a temporary setup, but the further we go on, the more I'm convinced this is actually going to be a permanent setup. But nonetheless, folks, day 6 has ended. Let's actually go ahead and accept the end of the day. We've maxed out our approval, which is good, but I think we're going to start seeing some struggles. Like plus 56 was just from fresh arrival, and as soon as this goes away, we're going to be in trouble. Hunger is causing us a lot of trouble, though. That hopefully will solve tomorrow. All right, the day begins. We've got the fishing dock immediately under construction. That's good. Food will take some time to get to us, and let's just double check to make sure. Yeah, we are focused on berries. Down over here, we have 14 berries. I could harvest early if I just want to pick those 14 up right away, or I think I'm going to just lean to leaving it as is. Houses worth living in. Dear Tale, please, may we have better housing. This new island was exciting for a bit, but that excitement has worn off. I wake up each day to the smell of damp. If our lodgings don't improve, this island is never going to be a home. From a fellow colonist, 21 housing space. So he's not actually pushing us to build higher quality housing. He just wants housing in general, is my understanding. And that does match up with the intent to have the line go up from the clause. So we'll make that happen at the same time. But for now, let's go ahead and complete this quest at least to get our reward there. Very well. And there's no food for these guys to even go get, so they're just working away, and that's really not great. You can see it reduces their speed, and it significantly impacts their productivity. This guy's down to 95% because, as a member of the Engineers Guild, he has a buff, but it's brought it down significantly. We're not so lucky with everybody, of course. Some folks will have significantly lower productivity. Wow, I got really lucky with who I have, but also, I guess we've done well to assign them to the right tasks. Anyway, back over to our tax collector over here. I believe we should have enough copper ore to cover us. Yeah, we're good. We could send a full shipment over here. Keep things steady. Don't overdo it. Yeah, let's not overdo it. One of the core reasons, I think, especially early on, that you'd have to at least hit this next mark is to increase the likelihood of getting a schematic. Schematics are what unlock additional buildings, but because, again, in this build, there aren't too many buildings to unlock and acquire, it doesn't make sense to push for just that. Now, there are nicer things here, bread, machinery. There are other reasons to push here as well, including a mysterious other that I think is probably more valuable at higher levels, maybe. But we're not looking for, ration meals or medicine or anything just quite yet. And like I said, we are not pursuing schematics, but when you're playing with the, full game and there are schematics to unlock and pursue, that's much more reason to actually go overboard and give more than is due. But for now, we'll just send a regular full shipment. And maybe we will explore some of the more high level or higher scale, more oppressive shipment sizes down the line, but for the time being, we're looking good. All right. Yeah, see, we've just got the one guy here, so he's super busy. Oh, here, let's set destination to here, and let's set your destination. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. Keep delivering to there. Keep delivering to there, and you can deliver to here. Which I'm sure he would anyway, because nearest warehouse is the default, but in case we expand, I want to make sure I'm ahead of that. Let's go ahead and get ourselves, yeah, some more spare scrap, I think. Good safe bet. We continue to dig over here. I do wonder, again, about the future of housing in this colony. Do I continue to just stack higher and higher, or do I create a new little similar venture off over here to the side or something? Not sure. Meanwhile, over here, we are chopping these trees down. Again, just as a reminder, I want to do some tree farming up over here once we've cleared this out, because trees, of course, are a limited resource, and we have to stay on top of that. One more thing we have to stay on top of is giving our foragers access to things to forage. So, we'll do this. And then we'll get to this set of berries. We've got access to these berries. They move very slowly through flax, but you know, the other option is to build like a massive like staircase over here. Let's not do that. But yeah, I do need to think about housing. Like, what's the next step here? What's the next step here? You know, one thing I could do that I didn't consider earlier is put in the cafe above the warehouse. Placement blocked. Interesting. Is that just because we don't have road access? Because I should be able to build on top of this. Oh, interesting. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I wasn't high enough. That was the issue. I wasn't high enough. And it'll square off the top of the building. Now, why would I do that? Why would I do that? I would do that because then it makes it easier to bring food from this warehouse to the cafe. Nah, I think I'd rather just do my original plan. Where is that cafe anyway? Yeah, we can dig it a bit further in. Go ahead and continue mining. We'll have to go one step further in, I think. I need to stay on these guys, otherwise they'll not keep working. And we need to start thinking about more copper as well. Get that. There's some more copper over here. Guess I could go digging. Alright. Because if not that, then I might need to consider farming some flax or something. And pretty soon we will need a variety of resources to stay on top of the situation, so to speak. But right, housing. Right, damn. Ah, these guys are going to leave before... Damn it. I should have stayed on top of this. I should have let these guys come in so that they could build some housing, but I let that get away from me. Again, it's always slightly different to play while recording and speaking out all my thoughts versus just executing them as they come to me. This will be fine. The next Whisker ship is just 2 days away. A supply ship comes in tomorrow. So that's fine. And none of these guys are necessarily that great, to be honest. Like, Smudge is rude. No one else has any particularly interesting traits. A bit of high productivity lost over here with Scurry. And of course, we can re-roll. But you know what? I think we leave it be. It'll be a lot of homeless Whiskers, and I think I'm okay for now. We have 5 unemployed right now, so I think I'm okay. Yes, I could put someone else in the sawmill, but I don't think I'll need to. Our plank count is already 23, like we're doing okay. And once the fishing dock is completed, which it now is... Oh, so many people are going to go hungry. Well, no, wait, this is the end of the day, so... If I'm lucky, they've already eaten. But I get the feeling I'm not lucky. Let's go ahead and get some folks here. Unfortunately, not the right guild or anything, but it'll have to do. It'll have to do, and let's go ahead and plan. I believe the cafe can store food itself. It is limited, but it can store food. Alright, we'll look at that in the daytime, when there's actually light to work with. And I really got to figure out my housing situation over here. I think I know what I'll do. But let's go ahead and refuse these guys. Send this ship off. We'll give it a couple more days before we bog ourselves down with more Whiskers to take care of. But okay, well, yeah, decent progress today. Not sure when the tax collector will come next. It is 2 days away, so we gotta keep an eye out for more copper as day 7 comes to an end. And we actually lost some approval there. So fresh arrival still applies to some folks because there are still newcomers, I think. But otherwise, yeah, we're starting to... The dirty fur is starting to take over. This colony is starting to smell. Eating at the warehouse, not helping us either. All these little things, and yeah, quite a few people still hungry. Okay, we need to we need to shape up here. Let's begin day 8 and actually hope for a bit of good progress. We've got 3 people working the fishing dock. That should be good. Over here, we're digging away. I'm curious about how... Yeah, we're digging this. That's good. Is that really it? There's some more copper there. We might need to haul over to here and get some work done. Again, they arrive tomorrow, so I still have some time, but you can see our storage, actually. This is the first time we've been low on resources. Okay, let's go ahead and get this marked for extraction. See if there's something else close by. Worst case scenario, we can of course give away some logs and berries and things like that. I would, again, like I said, rather not, but it is an option. The other thing we could do is get some additional farming going over here and farm some flax. There's a bit of fertility here for flax. Not ideal, but it's something. So why don't we go ahead and do that. Alright. Hopefully that does the trick a little bit for us. There's a little bit of copper. Good stuff. Yeah, gotta go in there to get some more copper. The fishing has begun. I love the concept of mice fishing with like fishing rods and stuff. This is just too good. This is just too good. Supplier has arrived. Do I want anything from you? Not particularly, but I don't think I'm in a position to refuse supplies, because if I also miss my tax payment, I'll be in trouble right quick. But I'm not going to go for the bigger, beefier set of supplies over here. I don't think I can risk that. So let's stick with the 52. Take those on. Warehouse is looking okay. Still plenty of room over here. Yep. Still hauling berries from all the way up over there. But this is good. I mean, this should be... This should be significant. Yeah, we got 11 food now. We still need a fair bit more, but, you know, let's start. It's a start. Keep digging away, keep digging away. And up top, okay, here's what I'm thinking. In terms of housing, we could start looking at log cabins. Wow, we are really low on logs. I'm almost tempted to get another woodcutter. And that's when we'd need more whiskers as well. I mean, I could get one less at the fishing dock, I suppose. But we are low on logs. I suppose I could pause work in producing planks. We have 28. They have no tax value. So we'll let this cycle finish, get 5 more, and then we'll pause the sawmill, I think. Because we're not at that scale yet where we need a constant flow of planks. We still need logs. I would like to get some log cabins up top, I think. And I'll show you what I have planned when I have enough logs to do it with, actually. So let's get that done. Oh, right, you can see, by the way, 175% production speed because, you know, we've got Flurry here, who's got 175% work speed from being in the Engineers Guild and from that guild specialty assignment to the task. So imagine that, except with 3 whiskers. It can get pretty insane. And I like that. I like that you can get to that level of... you know, efficiency and all that. Anyway, you have been unassigned, or you've been paused, rather, I should say. That's all well and good. Because I want to, yeah, make room for these guys. I can only place 1 down. When I can place a few down, I'll show you what I'm planning over here. I don't think it'll fit perfectly, but it'll do the job. All right, how are we looking over here? Tending to this field as well. Yep, excellent, excellent. Digging away. Gotta dig some of these higher ones in as well before I can place the cafe in there. What I was thinking was I would like to place a warehouse, or a storage shed rather, here as well. And initially I wanted to like kind of push it back into the mountain as well to give a bit more room here so it's not so claustrophobic. But that's starting to feel needlessly complicated. I'll also put this down over here. Seal off the gap beneath. Let's do this. Let's pop you down there. Looks like we're chipping away. Yeah, once that's gone, we should be able to tuck the cafe in there. And that'll be nice. It'll help with our approval. We've got a decent bit of food. 16 food. We need... which should be enough, right? That's our total whisker count. We should be okay. Yeah, we should be okay. Cool. Day is almost over. We've made some good progress. I'm going to make sure that this is focused on storing food only. And honestly, I should really get a path down from here up to here, and from here over to here as well. Because that way, you know, these... if the food and stuff is moving more quickly. Over to logistics, assign drop-off only. I would like berries and fish over here, but you can see there are mushrooms, there's canned food, there's berry soup, smoked fish, bread, hardtack, mushroom stew, fish skewers, jam pastries, all kinds of meals of various levels of hardiness, 2 types of tea, tea and fine tea, tons of raw materials, including peppers, of course, and tea leaves eventually as well, coal, tin ore, rock salt, potash we saw earlier, I think last session, threads, ropes, fabrics, copper bars, all kinds of bars actually, flour, spices, oil, bronze nails, steel plates, steel cannons, waste, tailored cloaks, fertilizer, furniture, all kinds of good stuff. And in fact, yeah, if we actually select one of these houses, you'll see bedding and furniture increases the approval rating of being in that house. So there's the baseline housing quality approval rating, and then there's the improvements that give even further approval rating increases. So there's all kinds of stuff going on, you know, buried under layers upon layers of functionality in this game. And look, this guy carrying, the little mouse carrying a stack of 3 fish. It's adorable. I love how this game looks and feels with these little, tiny little moments like that. But food was good that time. We actually solved the food crisis there, which is nice. I was getting a little concerned. The fishing dock did the trick. But again, right, like, the line must go up, so we're going to bring more whiskers in, and it looks like a night of eating has brought us down to just 5 left over. So I'm not sure. You know, I mean... Jeez. We had the freshly picked berries from this field at the same time as the fish from the fishing dock. And actually, I spoke too soon. We're left with 3 food at the end of everyone eating. So it's a little bit of a tight situation, I guess, but we got this, of course. We got this. Now, right, I was going to say you are going to just grab berries and fish. I could assign a logistics worker. This will make sure that you are shipping things over. You are fine as you are. Okay. That should do the trick. Again, I didn't need to assign a logistics worker. Like this one over here doesn't have a logistics worker assigned, but this one is told to drop stuff off over here, and so they go and drop things off. But it's kind of a push versus pull situation when it comes to moving goods. The ones working at warehouses and stuff, they have little carts. They're able to move more at a time as opposed to an individual who's just carrying things by hand. But let's end day 8 and enter day 9 with just a sliver of positive approval. I will take it. I will take it. I mean, maybe, yeah, surroundings isn't doing that much. It is the dirty fur. It is the dirty fur. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. No one's hungry, though, so there's that. Let's begin the next day and prepare for the tax collector. 389. That's a lot. We do not have enough. We do not have enough. Okay. Let's shift our mines over. And there's quite a bit to acquire over here, actually, so that's promising. But it's not going to last us all that much time. Some more over here as well. And I should probably get a storage shed set up over here. The first couple of shipments will be dragged all the way down to here. I've not limited this to just have planks, so they'll probably haul that all the way down to here. But if I'm lucky, we'll get this built first, and then we can just focus on... we can pile all the copper over there. Tax collector is here. How much do we actually have? Not even enough for a partial shipment. That's okay. Okay, we got time. We've got all day today to get this sorted. Oh, and you can see with the little cart moving the fish over. I think it's 5 at a time when they're using the cart. Unless there isn't 5 to pick up, obviously. But let's take a look at the cafe as well, because that'll also help with satisfaction. It'll just barely stick out. It's like one more step and I could have it fully buried in. Obviously, the mines have been shifted to far more important tasks, but we can bring them back tomorrow once we have enough... the slow walk over. I could get some more planks made. Oh my god, it's so slow. Yeah, sure, unpause work. Let's get to work over here. Just to speed up the delivery. Whoops. I meant here. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. Just because we're not trying to overdo it, right? So let's send a full shipment. And we're done there. And let's go ahead and move these mines back. Sure, same spot. Move you back as well. And this is fine. I'm okay with... Oh, poor guy's gonna have to go a very long way now. They're gonna finish mining some of these things and return to those mines. I'm okay with this setup being left over here. I maybe should have considered the storage shed being placed further over here because this is where we're going to expand to. But if I'm lucky, there's going to be more copper down over here. We'll find out soon enough once we've dug all this out. Nonetheless, let's turn our attention to not this whisker ship. We'll wait until tomorrow because it's the end of the day already and these guys should be here until tomorrow morning. And that'll work out just fine for us. Let's get some stale rations, maybe. Yeah, let's get some longevity on our food stores. Sure. Let's get the hardtack. And then, in the meantime, let's also plan, I guess, this expansion. And also plan this expansion. I think that should push it back. We'll see. We'll see if we've gone as far as we can go. Yeah, they've got to come all the way back first. Arguably, I timed that poorly. I should have waited until... I should have unassigned the mining, waited until they were in, and then moved the building over, but that kind of min-maxing is not something that I focus on. That's not what I, you know, prioritize when I'm playing. Anyone who's familiar with the channel knows that already, though. Okay. We're looking good? Yeah, we're looking good. And pause work there. Because, like I said, I want to plan the layout up over here. So because this has this funky shape, you kind of want to do, like, this kind of a thing, I guess. Bit of an overhang. Then we're left... Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. This isn't how I usually would lay this out. That eager with how I utilize the space and ended up with something that won't stack as nicely. And again, I can continue building these stone shelters instead. Nothing stopping me. We could switch it up a bit, though. Like... Don't love the overhang, necessarily, but... It's not terrible, actually. You know what, actually, I wonder if we can't, get rid of you and you. And... Like, what if we do... Again, this is just planning, right, so... So much extra wasted resources with the logs being placed, but... This works. And then we get some... planks placed like that. The question is the stairs. How do we get people one step further up? While making this look, you know, nice and acceptable, obviously. I'll have to wait until the sun comes up so I can see a bit more clearly. But this could work. It creates a very big block. It's a very, it's almost, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Depressing isn't the word I'm going for, but that's the best I can come up with right now. Doesn't feel like the best place to live. But folks, day 9 has ended and the sun will rise again when day 10 comes around. Negative 32. Oof. That's bad. Bit of hunger. Bit of filth. Not a good time. It's okay. We prioritized the tax collector that day, right? So we're okay. Let's go ahead and establish our bathing dock. 10 planks. We've got them. Right next to where the fishing happens. Maybe a little offset. Close to the fields. You smell the berries as you bathe. Other option is to go to the other side. You know, catch a layer of sawdust before you dive into the water. But it's like you eat there, you bathe here, and then you go home. I think there's enough time in the night for that. I guess we'll find out. Sure. Just thinking and rethinking the positioning of this. Like, okay, it's not near the fishing, but it is near the sawdust. Which one's better? I guess at night. Well, at night the fishing dock probably still smells like fish. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this, and let's go ahead and get some more whiskers in. Sneaky isn't going to help us because research isn't available in this build, but sneaky whiskers are faster at doing research to unlock technology that the claws would not give you. Swift sounds good to me. Cinder, that carry capacity of 4 is good. Swift and warm core is good. And sure, we'll take sneaky as well. Got it just before the ship planned on departing. And my concern here was, how do we actually get up here? I guess that's how. If we can just take this tree down, we'll have a straight path from up here, giving people access to the second story, or the third story, I should say, of housing. And that'll cap this unit off, I think. I don't know if we'll make a way to get higher from here. But I did want to put down some decorations, potentially. I can't put them on top of these. Everyone's complaining about how drab things are. I guess I could get like a set of stairs up to place some of these decorative elements down. Hanging gardens. We'll take a look at some options, I think. We'll take a look at some options. But for now, let's prioritize the chopping down of these two trees. That should do the trick, I think. I think our whiskers are able to sneak past these trees either way, so that should be okay, but we'll see. This is convenient as well. The planks are right there. Building's right here. Get that done. Got the new whiskers arriving, and of course, we've taken on new whiskers, so I think that's increased our tax as well. Arrives tomorrow. We'll once again have to grab some more copper ore from over here. Perhaps some from up there as well. Okay. We'll get there. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I've created a very dense kind of a situation over here. Another whisker ship. I don't think we can. Thank you very much, though. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we might be able to. We might be able to take 4 more if all this construction gets completed. And we do have time right now. Famous last words, sorry, but I'm not going to take a pair of sickly masochists or a pessimist loner. Let's go for the reroll here. This is just bad. Couple of unsafe workers. Another reroll here. I think we've got quite a few of these, so... Warm core, strong shoulders. That sounds good to me. Very expensive, but worthwhile. Oh, we can only take 1 if we do that. Oh, man. Too good to say no. Flick, come on. And we're not going to be able to afford the others. This ship might stick around until tomorrow, I guess, but we'll see. We'll see if that happens, so I won't send it away. Yeah, this isn't good. Our approval situation is really not good. Hunger shouldn't be a problem, so there's that. With a bathing dock built, cleanliness shouldn't be a problem either, hopefully. That's good. Line must go up, has been done. So we do get the tax credit. Let's see if we need to use that. It's fall now. If we can hold out until winter, we'll be okay. You'll see what I mean. But that's seven nights away. That's what, at least 2 more cycles of paying tax? I mean, let's see what this does for us. We'll take it from there. Cotton would be great if I could just get some cotton going. Where is farm? I mean, there's nothing saying I can't, actually. This is some decent land for cotton. This is some decent land for cotton. I'll have to build the farm up there as well, though. Okay, let's see if these guys can't go up top there. Or if it's too far away. Clear out some room up there and get those fields set up. We'll see what happens. No more mining happening, so let's go ahead and see if we can't fit the cafe in here. Yes, we can. Look at that. Nicely tucked in. I love that. I think that's so cool. But before we do that, let's see if there is... Yes, more copper. Great. Go ahead and mine that out, and we'll keep sniffing around to see if there is more copper further in. There, I think... Yeah, there's a vein over here. That's what we're seeing with the little highlighted area, so there might be more. And really, that would save us a bit of a nightmare of having to get stuff from over there. Will the cafe block access, though? And I don't need to build the cafe today, but it will block access. So we'll go ahead and dig here as well, so that we maintain this kind of like bypass, so to speak, into these mines. Cool. Meanwhile, over here, we're topped up. 15 fish, 6 berries. Guess I wish I'd prioritized the cafe a bit. 21 planks. Let's unpause the work here. Get some of those planks built, and then we'll hopefully get the cafe done tomorrow. We have a ton of just unemployed whiskers just vibing, doing nothing. I could get the... Where'd it go? Stone cutter going. I don't think there's anything we need cut stone for. We could get it going for the purpose of employment nonetheless. I could also get more farmers going. Ooh, 5 flax, okay. 9 berries, alright. Lots of food. Okay, feeling good about food. We've recovered from that struggle, I think. Let's see what the deal is here. This rude guy is constantly causing us trouble. Constantly. There you go. Taking little baths. Hopefully clean up. Hopefully we'll get some less complaining about the filth, the smell of the colony. I'm actually quite pleased with how this looks. I know it's just these like crappy stone shelters, but I don't mind how it looks. I do wonder if we shouldn't establish a second kind of complex over here. Yeah, it looks like this ship is going to leave tonight, so we'll be unable, unfortunately, to take on Scuttle, who I wouldn't have minded. In fact, you know, Scuttle may have been better to take than Flick. I made a mistake. Scuttle can carry 5 at a time, as opposed to Flick, who, even with her strong shoulders, can only carry 4. It is what it is. I live a life of regrets, I suppose, but let us refuse and send the ship off. Houses worth living in has been completed. We can, if we need, secure some approval from the completion of that quest. But there's our 10th day. And we can speed some time up. And perhaps when morning comes, I'll plan our next growth effort over here. Yeah, let's we're gonna get rid of this. Terrible timing to do this, by the way. Terrible timing to do this, but it is empty right now. Let's get rid of this, and let's place that storage shed like over here instead. And let's end the day. I'll explain. Gained a little bit of approval. I'll take it. A few folks still going hungry. A few folks still with the dirty fur, but it'll take a couple of nights, I think, to clear some of that up, and we'll be okay. The 22 people bathed in the ocean. Maybe that wasn't enough to clean up all the dirty fur, but it's a start. 477? Okay, this is escalating a bit faster than I was expecting. We can empty our stores to pay this off, but not the plan. Not the plan at all. Let's go ahead and keep mining here. Okay, good. We've got some more. Where'd it go? Got some more copper here. So keep on keeping on, I suppose. We might just be fine over here. Again, would still like the... Yeah, okay, good. We're working on this. Because if I can clear this path, then I can put the cafe in, and I think that means... There we go. Get that built. Get the plank path there. Cool. And that copper should be enough. We shouldn't need this. I mean, I know I sent these guys over, but we have 6 non-employed? Unemployed construction workers, so I'm fine with them having to travel this long distance and set up for the future, basically. Set up for the future and expand some copper ore mining over here, over here. Good stuff. I mean, we might need to even get another cafe and stuff over here, truth be told. Take advantage of some of these berries, give the people living here a place to eat that isn't all the way down here. We'll see what travel times look like. Oh, the other thing we could do, ooh, this would be interesting, is if we just cut through the mountain over here, and, okay, it would have to be more complex than that, but we could potentially cut through the mountain, like, here, here, and then give access to this cafe through the mountain. Planks continue to be produced. First 40 seconds out from the next set, and then we'll be able to... No, we need quite a few more planks, actually. That's what I was waiting for. But I think we should be able to get it done. Copper continues to flow. Yes, very good, very good. Are we not digging down to there? Oh, more copper over here. Good stuff. This is why, yeah, keeping an eye out for these veins is essential. Yeah, some of these hungry whiskers are eating right now during the day. Taking them away from their work, but it is necessary. And the tax collector, yeah, we don't have enough. We need quite a bit more. We have some flax, which is good. Not a lot, but some. And again, flax we're primarily getting right now for the purposes of our overlords. I wonder if I get another farm set up. Because these two are... Like, this guy's currently preoccupied with the berries. But I don't think that's the priority. But I'll leave him to his own devices. We have some time still. And again, worst case scenario, I can take advantage of our reward over here and get that tax credit, right? So if need be, I absolutely will. More copper coming through. Might have gotten a bit, a little bit lax on my responsibilities. Take that out as well. Dig this all the way to there. And there's even more copper further down, actually. So that's cool. I feel like I should just, like, clear this out so I can see inside fully, you know? Two more planks inbound. Okay, we're almost done. Might not finish building the cafe tonight, but tomorrow, perhaps. And I think we'll be okay in terms of our copper situation as well. Although over here, meanwhile, we're looking okay. Yeah, tomorrow we'll expand the setup over here, I think. Get some housing. Get 2 new mines. Not just move those ones over, but get 2 new mines entirely. try and, yes, make this connection I was talking about, working from both ends, basically. A lot of stone to be acquired as we do that, I think. And then hope that hope that we're not being silly. Docked ship is about to depart. Let's go ahead and see if we can't pay these taxes off. Okay, got our partial shipment. Yeah, we're going to have to sacrifice a couple logs, perhaps. I mean, I could take the slight hit to the claw's trust, right? I can very quickly regain that. No rewards for doing this, though. So all those resources drained and no rewards, whereas I could just give a little bit more when it comes to logs. And at least we'll be, you know, covered. A lot of logs, but... desperate times call for desperate measures. Sure. Go for it. I think it's worthwhile. That's just day 11. That's just day 11, folks. Again, I could have taken the credit, I suppose. I could have taken the credit, but... maybe I should have. Would have saved us those logs. But you live and learn. You live and learn. So let's see, these guys are all going to come through over here. A bunch of them are going to bathe. A bunch of them are going to eat still at the warehouse, unfortunately. I don't know if people eat at the storage shed. Don't think so, and I think that's why some of them are still going hungry, because while we have food, it's not all accessible for eating. Yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. The cafe will be done tomorrow, though. And we've got ourselves some spare scrap, I think is the right call. Get those extra planks in. And let's maybe not pause the sawmill anymore. I don't know, didn't realize the situation there. Now, have we made any progress up over here? I should keep an eye on these logs, actually, or on these trees. They're not logs yet. They'll become logs. And here's the deal, right? The supply ship has arrived and now offers a higher tier of goods as well, including metal tools to improve work efficiency. But look at that price tag. I'm going to hold off for the time being. I want to see what the situation is tomorrow morning. Everyone's bathed, everyone's... well, not everyone's eaten, but everyone's made it to bed. Oh, almost. Come on, buddy. Hustle. 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 Okay, I got to put some planks down over here. He's not going to make it. Oh, he made it. Nice. Nice. Day 11 has ended. Let's see what day 12 will bring. Hey, we actually gained some approval that time. Nice. Threadbare clothing. So now we're starting to complain about clothing. Again, the asks, the demands escalate over time, not only from the claws and their increasing taxes, 500 is the next round, but also from your own whiskers. And, you know, first they wanted food. Yeah, fair. Then they wanted to be clean. Okay, fair. Now they want clothes. Okay, fair. Right? Slowly escalates. Slowly escalates. From both ends. Got a pretty sizable colony, actually. That's a lot of whiskers. I'm just looking at all the little things that I'm like, oh, this could have been so much more efficient. Wish I'd taken a bit more time to plot it out before I started digging and establishing layouts. Oh, yeah. There's more copper down there. Okay, that's good. This is cool, though. I like that we've got this cafe in the mountains. I think that's cool. Makes me happy. Now, let's plan a little bit, right? I was thinking what we do is... well, first of all, let's just make sure that this isn't good farmland. I could put some trees down here, sort of. It's not good, but... nah, there's no point. That would be wasted, I think. Oh, and it does look like on the topic of trees that they are, yes, prioritizing this. I was worried they couldn't reach all the way up there, but it looks like they can, which is great. They are, of course, slow to move, which maybe I should do something about. Yeah, let's get... which way do you go? I assume you go this way. Which other way would you go? So that speeds them up a little bit. It speeds them up a lot, actually. And I guess they come through here. Okay. Cool. And the cafe has been built. So let's go ahead and get ourselves at least one worker. We're going to stockpile all the food there is to stockpile, and that should make people a lot happier. There you go. You're going to head to this place. You're going to pick up 6, not 5, but 6 berries. Drop them off over here. Okay, good stuff. Nice and easy, short distances, shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. But yes, I'm letting myself get distracted. Up over here. I want to do this kind of a thing. And I want to see if this is the right spot. I'm trying to not rush it, but at the same time, I can't help myself. If I do... this kind of a thing. Go ahead and pause construction, though. Not actually in a rush to build these, I'm just planning right now. Right, then I can build paths all the way around it. I can build another spot to bathe. I can actually get another cafe going as well. Or, again, I can mine. Resource extraction. Let's go ahead and get some mining camps down over here. As was the plan anyway. Let's, place them like so. Get this set up like this. Just so as we're mining this, they're able to come around, and then we'll mine these as well. And we'll see what the mountain holds there. I really do wonder about this massive excavation I'm trying to plan. Oh right, our supply ship. I don't want to refuse it because it will pointlessly be, you know, getting the ire of the cats. Let's go ahead and just take the simple, basic supply crate. We're doing okay otherwise. Oh my goodness, I just saw the numbers. Oh no. So 210 from the copper ore. We've got a bit of flax. What's the deal with flax, actually? 9 that can be harvested right now. You going all the way around the mountain to... Oh, right, of course, because you have to. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? I wish I'd realized that sooner. Okay, let's bulldoze that. Oh, they're not gonna... Oh no. I'm glad I spotted that when I did, but they're gonna keep going. No, what have I done? I basically blocked off their access from the other side. Hang on, you know what might work? Because they're not even halfway there. So pausing that construction, yes, freeze them up so they can go back home and then turn their attention back to the construction site. Actually, they don't even have to go back home. We can just unpause and have them come through this way next. Or whoever gets assigned to it, I suppose I should say. Meanwhile, over here, we are topped up on food. Again, we can only store 21 food at a time at any one of these cafes. So we might actually need to very quickly build a second cafe, you know, maybe 1 story higher, or I guess that's 21 people there. Oh no, we have room for more. I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out more places to eat, because there is a limit. Do I just place the cafe here instead, or do I, yes, place the cafe here and work on that excavation project I keep talking about? Mostly jokingly, but only mostly. Meanwhile, we do have more mining we can do here. Or can we not? Oh, yeah, we can. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know if we should take more whiskers on board right now. We still have 5 that are, you know, unemployed. I'm glad I didn't, you know, use this reward last time, because I think I'm going to need it this time. Fairly convinced I'm going to need it this time. And I should actually set destination for this fish up over here, shouldn't I? Ah, but this is already topped up. And this is why I figured I would need another storage shed over here. And maybe not just 1, actually, but 2. However, that's a lot of logs. And the logs are coming from a great, great distance. Ooh, there's gold up over here. Oh, excellent. Okay. Good stuff. That's good stuff. Okay, gold goes a long way as far as paying off our debts. But yeah, you'll see these people now coming into this cozy little... Oh, you know what I should have done? It's not too late. It is too late. I don't have enough logs. And they need to be built. You can't just plop them down. Path decorations don't have any impact. They're just kind of nice to look at as a player. But these other decorations, they actually do have an impact, as you're seeing. So they actually have to be invested in and built. So I think I will, though. I think I will. I would like to get... I would like to get some of these built and make this area a bit prettier. Right now it's just exposed rock, which ain't the prettiest. It ain't the prettiest. But this is good. Everyone's getting some tea, everyone's getting some food, a little bit of arguing going on over there, unfortunately, with our rude Whisker. Otherwise, we're doing okay. Anyone who can't eat there is going to eat over here, and of course, there is also the bathing. So this is a good test to see if there's enough time to actually do everything. We need a few more of these. Oh, hang on, that's a building, so we can't actually do that. Do that instead. Cool, there you go. Move just that little bit faster. Cover just that little bit more ground. And hopefully, yeah, we can get this sealed off with some storage sheds, and then all the food can live here and the cafe up over there. Now again, the cafe does have an upper limit of its own, of course. So I wonder how we get the second level going, basically. And if we literally, like, yeah, just kind of dig into this mountain as well, push it back a bit, and just kind of have like a step ladder of cafes. Coming along though, and this expansion is interesting. Got pushed here sooner than I expected, to be honest. And is there actually... Oh, there's some good copper over here. We'll keep digging down there. We'll definitely keep digging down there. Is there any valuable resources out in the nearby water? No. There sometimes will be. Alright. Feeling fairly good about our current situation. A little nervous about this expansion and how it's actually going to operate, because it's a little isolated and it's a long distance to some of this stuff. But maybe it's not all that long. Maybe we'll be fine. Maybe we'll be fine. There's only one way to find out. But first, I think this is worth celebrating. We've turned this around. A few fresh arrivals helping out, of course, but visiting a cafe made a significant difference. Fewer folks with dirty fur now, if I'm not mistaken, so that's good. Man, the rudeness really is... It sticks around, and it doesn't feel like a lot, but you know, it is there. It's not nothing. The hard labor is causing some upsetness. Okay. Did okay, though. Gained a lot of approval there, so we could get a lot of whiskers with this, but of course we need to first consider... Well, you couldn't hear it. I don't think the mic picked it up, but I literally gulped as I looked at this number. Not ironically. Yeah, alright, that's a big number. And the tax collector arrives tomorrow. How that plays out, we won't know until next time, folks. I think we'll be able to pull it off. Again, we do have access to this little tax credit, which will probably be valuable this time around. But yes, of the 5 currently unemployed whiskers, I think we'll get at least 4 of them working here, chipping away at some of the copper. We'll get that copper delivered to this this lovely little storage shed over here. We've got this copper over here too, and that should be enough for this next payment. But then what? We're slowly running out of copper. Or rather, it's getting further and further away, right? Now what's next? This one? Then this one? Like, we're going fully around this island. It's a little stressful. But that's what's exciting. Folks, if you enjoyed this episode, if you would like to see more Whiskerwood on the channel, please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Like I said earlier, I am curious to see how far I can push this colony and how many days I can actually last with the limitations we have in this build. And so far, things are looking okay, but they are escalating. They are very much escalating. So we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, folks, if you had a good time, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.